Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Positivity. My name is Zakia McCoy, and I am your host. I want to thank you for joining us here at Cooking with Positivity. We love to focus on the positivity leading to success, whether that be in your business, in your personal life, and in your growth. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read our positivity poem for the month. Positivity paves the road to success with a positive attitude. You create positive results. You get more with a glass half full mindset than a glass half empty outlook. Cook believing that everything will turn out perfect and you already have a recipe that is sublime. We are continuing our Women's Entrepreneur Month, and today we have Tinisha Jones. Tinisha Jones is one of the youngest entrepreneurs I have met. At the age of 20, Tinisha is the founder and CEO of blog and brand IAmChic Inspires, an inspirational mental health and lifestyle blog all in one shop, which is the light and love of her life. Ever since she was a little girl, she found she was able to bring people out of their darkness places, whether it be helping them realize their creative drive or just being a listening ear. Tanisha has always found that she wanted to fill the void for herself and the overlooked. Tanisha has continued this with her dedicated blog, I Am Chic Inspires.
Hello.
Hi, Tanisha. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, how are you, Zakia? Thank you for having me.
I am good. I'm trying to stay cool. We had we have a heat warning here, so trying to stay cool. But other than that, I'm great.
It's hot here in Miami as well.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it because I'm in Virginia and it's this hot, so I can imagine.
Yes.
Now, what made you want to step out on your own?
Well, I
Yeah.
was in the beginning. I was working. I was working for Sears, and I was working at Publix. But I always found out that when I was working for other businesses, it didn't bring a sense of happiness, and I just felt like I was settling. So I wanted to step out on my own and try to just go that path because I want to try new things. And if working for someone else wasn't working for me, then I could the least that I could do was try to work for myself. And
Exactly.
yeah, and another reason why I wanted to start the brand is because I see a lot of people in my like age range in my peer group, they're struggling with finances and budgeting and credit scores. And there's not a lot of women empowerment either. And people aren't having that platform to be able to share their story or the things that they've gone through. They look at it as a stigma. And I just wanted to be that person to create that white space. I mean, not create the white space, but fill the white space to where people could share their stories and feel comfortable and know that they're not the only ones struggling.
Exactly. That's amazing. I
Hmm.
find that when you share stories, you have a lot more in common than not.
Right.
And people hold on to a lot of things
Hmm.
because they think they're going through it alone. If you share your story, you'll be surprised how many people are on the same journey as you or have the same story to tell.
Right. And then some people share it and you feel a little bit better about sharing yours because there's like a stigma with, mental health nowadays. And I see the rates of like suicide is raising every day because people aren't, they don't have that vulnerability to open up and share their stories.
Exactly. Now, how has positivity affected your success? Your success.
Well, positivity, I try to look for like the positive things in everything that I go through. Like even in my situation now, our family we lost our home due to the storm Irma, and we've been displaced, so we're looking for like new places to live and everything, at a hotel now. But even in spite of that, I try to just look for the positivity in that. It was a point where I made excuses to where I didn't want to start something because this wasn't right and this wasn't there. And just like I think that my mom is a big inspiration because she keeps going and she inspires me to keep going. My mom, she's a positive person, so I think I learned from her. And then also my sister-in-law, she has two kids and she's struggling as well, but she still pursued while working, she pursued her certification to become a teacher.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and she's like one of my big inspirations as well as my brother too. And when I was talking to her, I used to always tell her what I wanted to do, and it was to a point to where she said, you know, you have so many great ideas, but the first thing that you have to do is act on them. So yeah, I was in that space till I kept saying what I wanted to do, but I didn't actually act on it.
We all suffer from that.
Yeah, and hearing her say that, like at first when somebody tells you something like that, it kind of like, you know, I don't know, it kind of like brushed me, but I was like, you know, it's true. You can only say what you want to do for like so long. When are you going to actually step into that mindset and frame? So,
I could definitely relate to that. It
yeah,
took me forever to start my business because like I kept saying, nobody's gonna like my food, nobody's gonna read my books. Like
right.
I
And
just had to
be our
pull
worst,
the trigger.
we can be our worst critics.
Yes, we can. That is definitely true. Now tell us more about IAmChic Inspires. What
Yeah.
is it entail? You know, what can people look forward to when they go to the site?
Okay, yes, IAmChic Inspires. I started the brand from the beginning. I used to in my high school I went for the cosmetology academy, and I was going to start doing my own hair business, but I had put that passion to the side. So, you know, I was looking for something that I could add to it. You know, it just wasn't fulfilling me with just the I am chic part. So I decided to attach Inspires to it. And then I noticed that I would go like on Facebook and I would post inspirational quotes and statuses, and people would, you know, resonate with it, and they would give great feedback. So um, over time, I came up with an acronym for it, and it was like, I am confident, hardworking, intelligent, and courageous. So, you know,
Oh wow.
yeah,
I didn't even realize that. That's awesome.
thank you. And like, I'm like a person, I like to break barriers and stuff because I know that sometimes we can kind of put things into a certain box. And, you know, chic is normally for women, but I wanted to create something that men could also relate to. You know, it's mainly like women focused and based, but men is like they're also welcome to come into the website and being inspired because inspiration is anywhere despite any gender.
Yes.
On Mondays, we have financial tips that they can go look at as well if they want to improve their finances and budgeting skills or even improving their credit scores because I do notice that that's a struggle. On Tuesdays is Transparency Tuesdays. We have where people share their stories, whether they've gone through depression, chronic illnesses, or anything, or like abuse they would like to share and have that platform. We have that for them. And also, you can submit your prayers as well. I have a great writer on there, and you can submit your prayers, and she'll, you know, we'll pray for you, the whole team. On Wednesdays,
Awesome.
Women Empowerment Wednesdays, where basically we highlight and give spotlight to women who are doing something special, and we give them a shout out. And on Thursdays is Tasty Thursdays. We have you, wonderful Zakia
Yeah.
McCoy. Yes, and we have like updated recipes and reviews on food, so you can try it in different like areas when you go to different restaurants and states. And then even if you're in the comfort of your own home, you know, we have you posting the recipes to where you can cook something and try something new, and you don't have to spend money going outside because it can get expensive eating out.
It definitely can.
Yes,
That's another reason why I implemented the recipes. Everybody can't get to their favorite restaurant. So
exactly. For whatever
have it
reasons, you know.
in the home and being able to make certain things in the home to get your everyday restaurant fix
Exactly.
on a home budget is definitely important.
And then we also have fondest moments with. It was previously called Flashback Fridays, but it wasn't fitting for me anymore, so I changed it to Fondest Moments with. And that section on the site, it'll cover interviews with artists, musicians, um, dancers, and singers, anything in that sense in the industry, even if they're mainstream or non-stream. And that section will allow you to see celebrities or people who are just doing something great in the industry and see the outside version of themselves. Because I know a lot of times I've seen too, like for example, Chris Brown, you know, he has a past and everyone does, but it seems as though when you get to a certain point in life and you make mistakes, you know, everyone forgets that you're human as well. So
Yes,
yeah, I kind of created that to highlight that aspect of things, that these people are human at the end of the day, and we just have to center ourselves and just not get lost in things that they've gone through or they've done, because we all have to, you know, come into that person who we were called to be, and just not judge others in the midst of it or have the worries and woes of being judged.
that is awesome.
Thank
Now, who is do you cook at all?
Do I cook? Well, yes, I do cook, and I also bake.
You're a bake. Okay, so you're more of a sweets kind of girl.
Yeah, I like cakes and stuff, but I can like throw down some steak and grits.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite meal to cook?
My favorite meal
Oh,
to cook would be Alfredo chicken pasta. My brother's house
wow.
that.
All right.
Yes.
We get along very well. I'm telling you right now. I'm a pasta girl,
Yeah.
and I'm always looking for like different ways to switch up on my pasta.
Yes, food is really good. It's one of my weaknesses. I need to go on a plan, not a diet, because the diets are never successful, but just reduce.
No, no, there are not. But when you put your
reduce.
mind to it
Yeah.
and you want to change your life just a little bit, those work out so much better.
Yeah, I think diets are just not a good word for it. Maybe we could eat more like in a more proportionate sizes or something because
Yes, I am an advocate, believer in the portion control,
mm-hmm.
and it's taking some things out
Yeah.
of your diet or of your eating habits. Let me not say diet, but yes, taking some things out of your eating habit
And I
and
a lot of
substituting it
sodas
for
too.
some other stuff.
Sodas too. Oh my god.
Oh, I've stopped drinking soda for like it's been about 4 years now,
Uh-huh. Well, you got
and
my
it's
inspiration behind me like not drinking anymore. So
yeah, I've stopped drinking soda. I don't let my kids drink soda,
yeah.
as I feel like if my mother would have stopped me when I was younger,
Uh-huh.
I would have had a great chance. But
Right.
like, if you want it, here, have it.
Yeah.
And I realized like soda has so much sugar and it has all those carbohydrates.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's
Like
too much.
I went from drinking Pepsi to Sprite, but that's not good, you know.
No, but it's better. Like the darker sodas are even more bad.
Yeah.
And that sentence didn't make any sense, but you got it.
Yeah.
Oh my
One
God. Now,
step
what
at a
three
time.
things? Yes, thank you. Yes. Every day is a battle,
Uh-huh.
especially if you eat fast food or eating at restaurants.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of the healthier options.
They don't. If
And
they
my
do, the
kids,
salads are like overpriced, and I think that's by like I don't know. It's not by accident. It's on purpose.
yeah, because if you can eat healthier,
Yeah.
but you're gonna pay for it, definitely.
Yeah. We have
But
moments like, why would I pay $6 for a salad when a burger is $1?
yep, exactly. That makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere. Even when I go to like regular restaurants like Olive Garden, they give you like the salad for the table,
Right.
but then everything else is like so fatty and so indulgent.
Yeah. Red
So you
Lobster is like a will in for that as well. Like they draw you in with those free biscuits.
oh yeah, I that is my favorite restaurant in the entire planet. Like I just went there for my birthday.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next article for the website. But it's obsessive. It's like everywhere you turn, there's all of these signs that say, forget about diet, forget about eating healthy today. You can pay $1.50
Those
for this
weak points.
French fries and some burgers and some
Yeah.
definitely not
We
encouraging
all
at all.
have those moments.
Yes, and what I do now is I substitute. I try to find a healthy substitute when I'm cooking, especially if I know I'm cooking a recipe that has a lot of fatty
Yeah.
things in it. So instead of using whole milk, I try to use like almond milk.
Yes, that's good.
I'll try to substitute it some way or get something green in there.
Yes, that's why I need to look
Yep.
forward to your. I'll be looking forward to your recipes that you be posting.
When okay, I've been on this journey all of my life. I want to say since I was like 13.
Uh-huh.
That's when all the figures started to come in. So
Gosh.
me and food, we have a great relationship. I love it to death, but maybe I love it a little too much.
Right.
So I have to try to come up with healthy alternatives. So I definitely understand.
Yes, I definitely will be working on that. We can keep each other accountable.
Definitely. And you know what? I find too that if you have a cheat day,
It'll work better.
it definitely does
Okay.
because I do so much cooking. Like I have like different lives I do, and then I'm gonna start going live on YouTube and stuff like that.
Right.
So I cook a lot, and a lot of the stuff that I cook is not always healthy. But what I plan on doing is, selling that stuff off. That way, I don't have it in here.
Yeah, if you
My
don't,
kids,
if you
me
don't
and my
have it, it's
kids,
easier.
yes, and between me and my kids, we can't eat it all.
Yeah,
It definitely goes. It doesn't go far.
definitely, definitely.
So, now, what three things would people say about you if I were to ask them? You know,
um, well, without a shadow of a doubt, I would say that they would say that I'm inspirational, positive, and uplifting. I can always get people out of those low moments. Like, I don't care what you're going through. I'm always going to be that friend that's there for you and just like telling you to keep going despite whatever you're going through. Like, my friends, they can't make any excuse. And if they do, like, they're just not my friends because eventually they fall off. And I, like, in the past, I realized I used to think it was me. I was like, what have I done that I lost my friends? But, like, I don't try to rule people's life at any cost, but I do try to inspire my friends because you are the company that you keep. And if I can't tell you anything, not for you to just go and take it, but if you can't even take it into consideration, then it's probably best that we don't become friends or we fall off in the beginning so that later on, mishaps don't happen. I,
yes, I definitely can relate to that
yes,
for sure.
I just think that everything is just aligned up by God. And before it took me a while, because when you're coming straight out of high school, everybody has the misunderstanding that everybody you graduate with or hang around every day in school with is going to be with you the rest of your journey. But life definitely teaches you that that is just a myth. Not,
Definitely is. Trust me,
yeah.
I've lived it, been there, done that.
hmm And no matter how much you want certain people in your life, they just won't be there. Like, God just won't. And if you keep putting them back inside of your life, then just destruction is just a plan for destruction. So I've learned to let go.
I definitely can relate to that. I've had to cut off some people throughout my lifetime, and I've never been a person that just like, all right, if you're doing something to me, I'm just gonna be quiet and
Right.
enjoy. No, I'm gonna speak up about it. And when I was in high school,
hmm
people were like, "Oh, you're rude. Oh, you don't. How do you call yourself a friend if you can just not be friends with people?" And my thing is, if you're not adding anything positive to my life, then why are you here?
Exactly. Yeah. I've always been that person that just stayed. Like, people always say, "Oh, Tanisha, you're so friendly," but at the same point, people know what point to cross. Like, if you have something to say about somebody that was in my circle, I wasn't engaging in it, and I made it clear that if you have an issue with that person, that's between you and that person. Even if that is my friend, what she has going on in her life has, like, entirely nothing to do with me, except for the point that we're friends, and I'm gonna try to look out for the best interest for them. But other than that,
Exactly.
don't involve me.
And staying positive is a big thing about having certain people around you.
Yes, yes, because like the people that you're around, like I said, they are like who you kind of become. Like, if you're in a circle of three millionaires, you're probably going to be the fourth. If you're in a circle of two losers, you're probably going to be the third. It's who you surround yourself with.
Now, what song keeps you positive? What song, if you're having a bad day, if you just need to uplift your spirits, what song sticks out that will give you that positive vibe?
Well, the song that I've been listening to lately, it's called "Won't He Do It" by Corrine Hawthorne. She's been on The Voice and The Idol, but she didn't make it with The Idol, but she made it with The Voice. She's been, yeah, she's been a big inspiration to me, and her song "Unstoppable." And I look at her as a great influence because she's like along the lines of my peer group and age. So I'm like, if she can do it, she's 20 as well. If she can do it, then I can. And there's nothing like, even if we go through battles and everything, because a lot of times people don't include that spiritual aspect in their careers or their dreams, and that's where we mess up at. Because if you can't go back to the creator, the supreme like source of inspiration, then what are you doing with your life? I feel like you're just going to run out. You can't pour from like an empty cup, an empty cup.
That's exactly. I just had a similar conversation the other day,
Mm-hmm.
so I exactly understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Now, what are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on, let me see what I want to do next. I'm trying to like work on getting like, let me see, what do I want to do? How do I want to say it? I kind of want to work on getting my website to like focus on women who are in the field of like hair and nails. I kind of want to put a spotlight on them too because I feel that everybody is a star. So I want to give everybody their time to shine. You know, usually you hear about interviews with people that are in the industry. So that's the thing that's different about like my site. I kind of want to focus on everybody. Everybody is a star. So, like my next
Awesome.
project, I'm planning to give like inspiration to women in that field who are doing makeup or hair, and in the same essence I'm going to be learning how to improve my craft as well because I do want to revisit that. So I guess that's what I would be working on next. It'll be like an addition on my website to where I do a video with working with a few stylists and a few makeup artists, and you'll see me learning and perfecting my craft. They'll be teaching me something, and I'll also be featuring them on the website, and they'll be giving you a little bit of like insiders on their careers and how they've gotten to where they've gotten.
Awesome. Now, what would you like people to know about you?
Um, like in the essence of what?
Are what you stand for, what you represent, what you want to be known for.
Well, I want to be known for positivity and being the girl that always, that you can always come to, like your best friend. If you're anybody in the world, your best friend that you can come to and seek advice and encouragement. And I always want to be that person that uplifts people and that God can use. And I always like one of my daily prayers is that when I step out into the world, that people don't see me, is that they see God, and they see that His light within me, because without Him I can't be anything. So just basically, you can always look to me for inspiration, and I'll always be that person in that ear for somebody, whoever you are and wherever you are at any time. That's what I would like to be known for.
All right. And thank you, Tanisha. Now, how can the people get in contact with you? What's your handles and usernames and all of that fun stuff?
Yes, you can find me pretty much anywhere as IAmChic Inspires on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and that's going to be IAmChiCinspires.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us and completing our Women's Entrepreneur Month. This has been a great month, and I look forward to next month. We have our Men's Entrepreneur Month,
Thank
so I'm
you.
excited for the future.
Yes, I'll definitely check that out as well.
Awesome. And I hope everybody has a great and positive day.
Yes, and one more